Yeah. Yeah. I never care about what they say. Used to, but I don't know. I done grew
All
up
right,
in
so let's
the
go ahead and
dark
start with
place.
introducing yourself. Go ahead and give us your artist name. Tell us a little bit about you before.
Well, what's going on, my man? Well, first and foremost, I go by the name of Khovu, Khovu. I'm an artist, producer as well, in the city of Jacksonville, Florida. I'm born in Puerto Rico. Let's get it going.
Got you. And what inspired the name Khovu? How did you come up with that name? Does it add any meaning to you and your brand and your music and everything like that?
Yeah, definitely. How I came up with it, I remember I was trying to find different names, incorporating my name, and I just couldn't think of anything. And at the time, I was with one of my girlfriends at the time, and I'm a big fan of Lion King, so we just kind of took it from Lion King 2. She was a little whiter than me. I'm like a little caramel color, whatever. So we just went with Khovu. I really enjoyed what it stood for. So Khovu means scar in Swahili, right? So obviously a scar is like a mark. When you see it, you think of pain, past trauma, right? And it's not that we dwell in the past. It's more so overcoming obstacles, and you just kind of continue to keep on moving forward. That's always been my motto and my niche. So to avoid, problems with the mouse, right? Disney, I just kind of added an H to it, like Khalifa, Khaled, and it still means the same, right? Khovu, scar, and I just been using that ever since. So.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. So do you kind of incorporate that with, anything in your music? How does that kind of play a role into when you're coming up with ideas, or how you connect with I'm not gonna say your fans, but rather your audience?
Yeah. So me, I mostly just make music on how I feel, right? Mostly on situations that I've been through in my life, and I'm just honored and thankful if someone can relate to it, then they will listen to me. If not, then that's cool. But more so, I just kind of just make music just for what I feel, kind of just to get some things off my chest, right? Because it was the only outlet that I had in my life that I actually wanted to kind of pursue really thoroughly. So I'm sure everyone goes through situations in life, and if you can relate to it, then
right,
man, that's great.
Right. How long have you been making music, and how has that journey been for you, especially growing up in Jax? While we do have our own little community and everything like that, it is a little bit harder to get traction here. So I kind of wanted to know your journey and how you just kind of kept pushing to get a bigger name and everything like that. Because I've seen you perform here at Riverside and everything like that, and then I know you just recently did a show, Latin Festival and everything like that. So how has that journey been for you?
Yeah, definitely. Great question. I started making music around, I want to say 7th grade. Started making music. I remember I saved up some money. I bought I was using a garage band microphone. I was using some Walmart mattress, kind of in my closet. And then kind of fast forward, I do little freestyles. I do freestyles at school, on the tables and with the beat pens, and then fast forward, I just started taking it more seriously in 2014. And as far as gaining traction, man, it is hard. It is hard to really make a name, but you just it kind of depends on your persona, your ego, right? Because a lot of artists got egos. So I just always came into the game kind of as myself. And when I say myself, it's kind of just kind of not too friendly, but just accepting. When I would do these shows with upcoming artists, maybe they might not have been the most talented, but I'd see potential in them for what it was worth. We make records, or I would make beats for them, or whatever the case may be, and I just kind of keep going forward and kind of networking. I guess you could say that's the word for it, just network. And yeah, I'm still on that grind, right? Because I'm not signed yet, right? But even if I was to get signed, or I just make it independently, the grind never stops, right? Because there's always a goal. So once I reach a goal, I want to keep going and keep going to the top. So.
And are you still connected with those artists that you kind of made music with? Because even still being that community-based thing?
Man, some of them, right? And
I mean, everybody has their own little stories. I'm not trying to get into all that.
Yeah. It's not for like beef or anything. It's just the harsh reality of life, right? Because some artists, they reach a certain age to the where it's like maybe they don't see where it's going, and they kind of just get like shut down.
And that's kind of why I wanted to ask that question. Not mainly to be like, yo, you got problems with it here, but you know, as you continue with the journey, I know everybody hits that kind of rut that they eventually just run into. It's not even really like, oh, I'm gonna stay here forever or anything like that. It's just more of a creative block. And I wanted to know how you got over that creative block and how you decided to push past that and decided to continue forward.
Yeah, for sure. To be honest, I still go through that block every day. You know, sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, is it worth it? Should I keep going, right? And then I remember my brother always told me, don't think about, you know, where you're trying to go. Think about how much you overcame to get to the position that you at right now. And that right there is like, if you really put in that grind, and I can always celebrate every milestone, no matter how little it is. And I feel like if you keep that mentality, like, I always hear artists say the journey was more fun than wherever the destination that they may be. So, like, I just continue to move forward. That's just always been my path, right? So, never stop.
Gotcha. Have you performed, outside of Jacks or anything like that? I know you mentioned before about looking to get out of Jacksonville and performing in Orlando and everything like that. So, how was that support outside of Jacks?
For sure. Yeah, definitely. I performed twice in Orlando. I did UFC. Not UFC, UCF.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of UFC too, shout out. And the other one was like downtown Orlando. And then I also performed at in Wichita, Kansas with one of their local legends, XV. We did like a little Wichita session, and I'm very honored and thankful for that. I get a lot of support from outside the city as well. I think a lot of my support comes from outside, not so much inside, but you know, obviously I have my foundation, my blueprint here, because I know in time.
You have a core audience.
Yeah, as far as the core audience, because I know in time, the city will catch up. I know for sure.
For sure. And let's go ahead and discuss your most recent performance at the Latin Fest. How was that, and how did that come about? Like, how did you land that, and what does that mean for you as an artist?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. I remember the last time we spoke. I said I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I got it. And I was performing at an art walk event here in the city. If you're from the city, you know. And I had connected with one of the local promoters here. She goes by the name of Yaya Productions, and she hosts these events. And she wanted me to be on that show, and I'm honored. I'm thankful, and it was a big turnout, big crowd. It's always a blessing because every stage in the city is like a milestone, right? The Landon, James Weldon. I want to do Daisy's Place. I want to do Jack's Veterans Memorial, Florida Theater, in the city. Like these are goals. These are milestones that I want to do. So.
And you did have a performance at the Landon.
Yeah, I did.
And I know it's closed down.
It's closed down, it's shut down, destroyed. But
it's a staple for the city. How was performing at quite literally one of the main attractions?
Iconics, right?
When you come here,
it was a dream. It was a dream of mine to I remember as like a little jit, I was like, yo, like I've always wanted to perform there, and it was a goal. And it's crazy how life works, because I can truly say I was the last artist to perform on that show.
Big achievement in itself.
Locally, I could say that, and it's big. It's big.
And you mentioned earlier that you would do the beats with the pencils and everything like that. So has that contributed into you making your own production? Do you produce on your own?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I got a love for music. I think that's quite obvious, right? And I used to work with producers and collaborate, but I think only you know what you like. As far if we're speaking as like artists, right?
Sure,
like
yeah.
only you know what you like, right? And
You know how you want to flow on it. You know how you want that beat structure. Because I think with artists, when you do get on those beats, you have to kind of play to the structure of the beat rather than
facts. And I get like, at least for people close to me, whenever they listen to it, they be like, it feels like the beat was made for you.
Right.
I be like, duh, like I made it, right? Like,
yeah.
But and that's what I'm looking for, like a Khovu type beat, right? I don't want to like nothing against the internet producers that
But you want that staple.
I want that like my own style, like my own type of beat, right? And I think I've been doing very well with that.
And you released a recent album, Still on Vacation.
Yeah.
What went into the sound selection as far as that goes, and inspired, the idea behind it and everything?
Well, I went to the first time to the West Coast. I went to Vegas, and then we went to California, LA. So just over there was, like I said, a lot of these dreams, man, they just been getting accomplished. So as we're in LA, it's just the vibe is different, right? Like it's just the scenery, the crowd, and just the vibe. I just started, just vibing differently. Like we had like a nice little M Sport BMW. We just whipping through the mountains.
Yeah.
Like we just whipping through the mountains. You feel me? And I was just getting inspired. Like I remember when I went to one of the hotels, the Bellagio, and I'm just looking outside. I'm like, damn, bro, like I'm just so inspired, and I just started making beats. All those beats that you hear on that project, I made them day, nighttime, wherever I got inspired, and it's a great feeling because when it comes naturally and it's fun, it comes quick.
Right.
As opposed to like being here, kind of have to force it a little bit, kind of get that creative.
Everybody needs to take that vacation,
Sure.
For sure. That's what's up. Yeah, because when I listen to it, I can definitely hear that West Coast G-funk kind of bounce to it, especially in the bass lines and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, I can definitely tell that's where you got the inspiration from. How was it like going there for your first time as far as the West Coast goes?
Man, like it's amazing. Like I said, amazing. We went to like a couple dispensaries, sightseeing, like obviously, and then mountains, like deserts, dog. Like it's crazy. Like we from Florida, so I ain't never seen a desert in my life. Like I seen it in movies, right? So it's crazy what like some people take for granted, other people like appreciate it. So it's great. I want to go back again. Yeah.
Definitely got to take a trip back up to Cali from Cali, but
Word.
It's just nothing like it, and definitely need to go back. And as far as creating that inspiration and everything like that, how important do you feel it is to pay homage, or even like how does it affect your music based on artists who you're inspired by, and how does that take hold into your music if it does?
Yeah, when it comes to like paying homage, or even artists that I'm inspired by, I always give credit where it's due. And I used to take offense to it. Because I would show some people my music and they'd be like, "Yo, you sound like so and so," and I'd be confused because
it goes back to that ego thing.
Yeah, like I would be confused because like if you put so and so with my track and you kind of listen to them together, like we sound completely different. But as I started to like really understand music and just learn it and study it, that's how music was made, dog. Like if you go all the way back, I remember it's called Gregorian chants. These monks, they would take chants and they would use that same chant and then build on top of that, and then some others would take that and build on top of that.
It's just the foundation of music.
That's the same thing. Like if there's an artist that I'm inspired by, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like I pay homage, I show respect, but I add my own twist to it. I'm Puerto Rican, so we gonna add that salsa, that Goya, that's that flavor. So
for sure.
For sure, definitely.
Because I can see how some artists would take offense to it, especially because it sometimes, depending how you phrase it, can insinuate like, oh, you're just ripping from them or anything like that.
Word.
So,
Yeah, like
is that kind of how that felt?
yeah, like it used to feel like that, but then at the same time, you know, when you're an artist also, and someone's a listener, it's two completely different things. Like when you're a listener,
Because I don't know the nuances that may go into it.
I remember my brother told me whenever something's new, people would try to find something that they can compare it with.
Right.
Like I remember one time I showed someone my song and they said, "You sound like if Travis Scott and Drake made a baby." Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, but that's dope though, because it's like when they say that, it's like a math equation. It's like you plus this equals this. It becomes your own.
And you can kind of, I'm not going to say cater to the audience, to those specific artists' audience, but you can kind of bring them in. So
Yeah, like I mean, if they like my music, why not? Like me, like if you don't like it, that's cool. Maybe one day I'll make something that you might like, but I'm not gonna force myself to, you know, cater to something that maybe you might not like. I got humbled one time. I remember I was opening up for an artist, and my vibe was completely different from their style of music.
Right.
And you know, like whenever like like in rock bands they got like the little lighters. So replace that with middle fingers.
Right. They were flipping you off.
No, they was literally like this. They're like this. I gotta say it was I opened up for an artist named Xavier Wolf. So his fans, I got nothing against them. Maybe they ain't fuck with me at maybe they ain't fuck with me at the time, and I got love for them. But they was not fucking with me, and that's okay. Like that's okay, because after my set, I was like, look, like y'all don't fuck with me, but hey, I'm honored, right. I'm thankful, and that's just a reality check that not everybody gon' fuck with you, and that's okay.
And how did that kind of affect you going forward? I know a humbling experience. While there's a lot of lessons to take from it, there is a certain like a little chip in your arm that you get. It's like, damn, bro.
No,
how did you,
yeah, like it does suck, right? But as far as the lesson goes, it's just like I said, like not everyone gon' fuck with you, and I just let them. For me, instead of kind of just like, all right, like y'all don't fuck with me, all right, fuck y'all, like.
Right.
Instead, it's more so, look, like I'm just thankful. I'm thankful, like that I got to perform in front of you. You might not have liked it or whatever the case may be.
But you're still thankful.
But I'm thankful that I was given the opportunity, and I feel like how can you hate that?
Right.
How can you not respect that? Right? It's like, all right, cool. Oh, like damn, the guy that I flicked off, like he thanked me, weirdo. All right, fuck it. All right, fuck it. He's cool, whatever. Right? Like that's just kind of how.
I gotta put that in this like perspective. Like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, right. Maybe I don't know. Regardless, I'm just honored, thankful, and I'm on to the next one. But now I know, and I handled it very well. I think that's the most important thing, because life gives you challenges, and I feel like this is something on like a smaller scale, right? Because I had I had seen I think it was Drake. Drake went to like a camp.
And he got
right, and he got booed on stage. So, kind of like prepare myself for like something like that, right? If you know they don't rock with me, I just thank them for the opportunity and just keep it going.
Yeah, for sure. And have you ever been kind of faced with a similar situation where you're able to bring it back, like kind of get the crowd back on your side, or has that only been?
Yeah. So so same show. I was kind of playing like my records, and I got this song called Mosh Pit, and they fucked with it.
Right.
And I should have stopped there. I should have stopped there, because that Mosh Pit record is hype. It's, you know, it's what it is, Mosh Pit. Yeah. But after that song, I played a song called Bad Dreams, and I always play this song after every show. Like after every set that I do, I finish off with that song, and the song's called Bad Dreams, and it's about depression, suicide, right? And I always give out the message to whoever's listening: if you ever feel some type of way, or if you ever, felt like you was alone, just understand, like, you never alone. Boom. Because I don't care if it's one person or 100. If you feel like, something inside, or you might want to feel depressed, or whatever life may got going on, I want them to understand that, they're not alone. And it's me just trying to help.
Right.
That's just saying. They wasn't fucking with it. They wasn't trying to hear like that save me bullshit, like wrong time, wrong place, like.
But
it's
now,
okay.
After experiencing that, as far as catering to a live audience, how does that go into setting up your set list and everything like that? Or
I'll take it into account, but I'm still gonna do what I want to do. I'm still gonna do what I want to do, cause at the end of the day, like, that's me.
Right, gotcha.
But yeah.
And you have a couple of more Spanish-oriented songs on the album, Still on Vacation. What is, being a Latin artist, seeing, I'm not going to say the rise in Latin music in our generation, but more so seeing it kind of take the forefront again, especially with artists like Bad Bunny, Rosalia, J Balvin, and people like them, or artists like them. How does that kind of affect you, and does it bring you like a pride sort of thing, being a Latin artist yourself and having that into your music?
Definitely, for sure. It is rise, I want to say, because look at Bad Bunny, man. What is it, the #1 artist,
right,
in the world, from Boricua, right? Like, I take pride in it. Obviously, that's why you see the hat, right? Although I do rep Duval, like, I am Puerto Rican, it's in my blood, so I want to rep both. And yeah, so as far as like the Spanish records, it's been long overdue, because my mom always bothered me, because her English is not the best, so she's like, you need to play something in Spanish for me, so I can show all my friends, look, it's Spanish, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So I just had to just kind of, it's more so like my little flavor for her, but it also benefits because bilingual. Right. So I'm in a time right now where I could do English and Spanish on the same track. But yeah.
How does the family and friends kind of, do they play a role in your music? Like, do they inspire any songs? I know that you said that your mom kind of encouraged you to make more of those Latin records. So.
Yeah. My mom's definitely a big pivotal part of my life, as well as my brother. My brother's, I always say my brother's my idol. I feel like he's just always been smart, and I've always wanted that, to be just like him. My mom, man, like, I don't want to go too deep into it. Maybe some other time, right? Like, she was very ill one time, and I thought I was gonna lose her. She had cancer, depression. She was taking multiple pills, right? And I just wanted better, right? So. More so, is like I said, it's just me speaking on my situations in life and just how I felt, kind of like pushed me to, like, maybe someone else is going through what I'm going through. So on most of my songs, I always give praise to my mom. So it's my homie for real.
Because you've mentioned the support in the family and everything like that. So I figured they played a key role, and especially your journey as an artist. And then you have the symbol, the arrow going up in the circle. Is it along the same lines of what you're trying to preach in your music, or the message you're trying to come across?
Yeah, definitely. So when you look at my name or my logo, Khovu, in the O there's an arrow pointing up. So that's what I call the stay up logo. Right. So like I said, like, Khovu for what it stands for, and then right in the middle you got that stay up logo. So what am I trying to say is, like, stay up, like, don't be down. Right, like, you fall down 7 times, you get up 8. You keep moving forward, and it's just more so like just positivity, right? And you could even say with my clothes too, is some people call it a brand. I think it's a lifestyle, right? It sounds cliche as that may be. It's literally a lifestyle. So when you rock it, it's more so you just rocking positivity. It's like when someone tattoos like the semicolon, right? Like same it's a lifestyle. It's the same thing. So it's just
you know, not wanting to. Do you feel brand kind of disconnects you from the audience, whereas like the lifestyle is like you guys are.
Yeah, like I don't want them to think like it's just like clothes. I mean, it's clothes, but like you can incorporate it to your own life. That's why I say like a lifestyle. Cause me, Khovu is more so like it's just a lifestyle. Like just keep moving forward. That's it. Like we all got trauma, right? So overcome it.
Do you have any more shows planned for you? Any more music that you have in the works that you're excited of coming through? Are you still, you know, promoting and pushing your last effort?
Yeah. So one thing about me is I make a lot of music. I make a lot of music and I just put it in the vault. Now whether I want to release it, that's a different story, right? Yeah. I got more shows coming up. I'm always looking for promoters. And then promotion also as well. So I'm always working, I'm always moving. So just gotta see what's coming next.
So, and what's next for you as far as your journey goes?
Still on vacation.
Thank you.
For sure, man. Appreciate it, man. For sure. Yeah.